Peace, family. This is VisionaryMxD, and we are back again with a part 2 of creativity, another one of the aspects of VisionaryMxD. And I want to get into this again, more in depth, just to show you guys like what I do to keep my creative juices flowing. I do read a lot of books. For sure. I have 2 that I want to recommend to you guys, just for creativity and fun. You know, because when creativity is more of a thing where you have to do some absurd things, off the wall things. For myself, what I do when I feel like I'm running out of ideas, I do go on Amazon, and I'll probably get something that requires me to learn something artistic or anything. And most times I try to make it basic. So this book I have, it's sort of like sacred geometry. Right here, very colorful, very cool. It just allows me to, like, you know, just dibble and dabble into things. And also sometimes I like to watch my son make drawings. So look, he's drawing. He's not the best, okay? He's only 2 years old, but I'm proud of him, and I want him to keep going, because as an artist, as a visionary, most times if you're stifled by someone you love, it does, from my experience, it does discourage you. And discouragement is not a good thing when you're a visionary. And when you're an artist and you want to create things in life, you have ideas, special ideas. The opinion of others is fine. Take it as a grain of salt, take it into consideration. The reason I say take it into consideration, because the more you fight it, the more those things grow. Because when you're fighting something, you give it your attention, correct? Yes. But when you just surrender to it and you just accept it for what it is, it doesn't really grow or fester. So you just go about your business, you know. So it's something to think about. Just consider things that people say, but don't make it control everything you do. Especially as an artist, a lot of things that I think of are nearly impossible to the average person. But a lot of times, those things do appear eventually. That's one thing you have to think about. When you think of something like an idea and you're ready to go forth with it, it takes time to materialize. And that's based on your work that you put into it. So faith without works is dead, and work without faith is dead. And let patience have her perfect work. That is a Bible scripture that I used to meditate upon. Now I know what I'm doing. It's not even about believing, it's about I know. So if you have a vision, you must come to know it. That's the only way it's going to become possible, is that you know without a doubt that whatever you want to create, the idea that you want to bring to life, will come forth. My bad, I'm saying come forth. But come forth, and you'll be able to enjoy it. But remember, all is vanity. So even if you know you perfected it, made it the greatest thing ever, one day you're going to depart from this body, this earth, and who knows where you'll be. So but yeah, that's something we have to think about when it comes to creativity, is know that what you're doing is something you know for sure that you want to bring to life. You are the creator, made by a creator. So creativity has to be your thing, even if you're not a visionary. Myself as a visionary, I know creativity is like number 1, top of the list. Out of all the aspects that I said, I know I said investor, inventor, creator, and I think it was entrepreneur. I forgot. All I have to do is look back at the video. But if y'all want to put 2 and 2 together, make sure to watch the first video and then watch this one, because it's part 2 of creativity. Another thing I want to touch upon is this other book. When it comes to creativity, you have to think about systems. So when you're like me, you're constantly learning, you're constantly trying to come up with new ideas. You have to put a lot of the things you learn into systems, right? So this is thinking in systems. by Danella Meadows. This is a really good book. It talks about a lot of, what systems are. There's never a perfect system. You always will have, problems, but as long as you have a system that gives feedback. So how is my system of learning gives feedback? A lot of times I'll test. So as an investor, I would test a strategy that I learned on YouTube maybe. A lot of option strategy, you can watch them. I'll test it and I'll see what I have missed. I might have missed something that had to talk about understanding the market better. And then I'll see why I shouldn't have made the option longer, or should I have shortened it, made it to 1 week instead of 2. That is something that you have to pay attention to. It helps you learn better. And I know that this helps with my creativity for sure. It helps me stay on board. It helps me organize everything. I'm pretty sporadic in my learning. I'm trying to make a learning web. So a learning web is kind of like this. Let's say it's kind of like the Venn diagrams, or like the web learning diagrams. You have a circle here. So let's say my business. My business is Millennium Domain, right? This is the empire, circle, Millennium Domain LLC. Here, I create a bubble for an investor, correct? Stocks, stock option, bonds, forex trading, this, that, and the third, whatever has to do with investing. I invest in IPOs over here. Up here is rental properties, Airbnbs, rental car service, Turo. How would I build that? That's a building, that's a micro empire that I want to build right there. Over here, creativity, comic books, graphic t-shirts, the whole 9 yards as far as blogging, just very artistic stuff. Get into NFTs, whatever, NFTs are non-fungible tokens. It is very popular right now. Then another one, it's mainly for artists. So if you want to, you can make passive income, just be an artist. Circle over here. I forgot the other one. And creating an investment bank through Millennium Domain. So Millennium Domain is going to eventually become an enterprise. That is the end goal. Family business is Millennium Domain LLC. So eventually it's going to become the family bank through assets, creating cash flow. Once you create cash flow, you can eventually give out loans. People don't think about that. You can give out a loan, right? I will speak on that in the investors aspect next. But that's creativity, creating systems. Makes it easy, and it also leaves you more room to continue to create, learn to think better, because as a creator, you have to be able to think for yourself, think outside the box, and as a visionary, it's the same thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.